Story 67. Oliver, the Optimistic Octopus. Optimism almost seemed like Oliver's middle name. It wasn't, of course, it was Steve, but that didn't stop him being totally optimistic about almost every situation. There hadn't been a situation yet where somebody had told Oliver something and he didn't see the positive side to it, no matter how dreary the conversation seemed. When Oliver went to the local wildlife reserve, he saw lots of animals. He went with his Nan, who was well known within his family for moaning about most things. Oliver was sent with his Nan by his dad to try and cheer her up a little bit, and Oliver knew just how much of a challenge this would be. His first challenge was just after they had paid and entered the reserve. His Nan passed through the turnstiles, and whilst she was just within earshot of the cashier, she started moaning. That queue was too long, and the entry fee was far too high. "But Nan," interjected Oliver, "if the queue was long and the price is high, then surely that means that what is inside is really good." His Nan didn't have an answer to this, and so just mumbled to herself and continued into the reserve. After about 5 minutes passing through the reserve, looking at all of the penguins and polar bears, his Nan started moaning again. "Is there really any need to keep all of these animals in cages? They all look so lonely." "But Nan," said Oliver, "polar bears and penguins don't really get on, so keeping them separate is really just to keep them safe." His Nan looked at him and asked, "But why are the cages so small? Can't they make them bigger?" Oliver looked to his Nan and pondered this for a moment before answering. "Polar bears don't like to move around much in the wild, and the penguins' enclosure is plenty large enough for them because they are only small. They also have lots of water to swim in, which we can't see." Nan was speechless again, and so continued away from the penguins. They continued to travel around all day long, whilst his Nan continued to moan. Oliver responded to all of these complaints with an optimistic view before the end of the day had almost arrived. "Well, Oliver," began his Nan, "I have enjoyed our time together today, and I love your optimism on things. If it wasn't for you, I would have just been sat at home bored all day. Now I've been with you for a day, I have seen a happier side to things. Thank you, Oliver." The end.